I love his game, and he reminds me of a healthy Kawhi Leonard, but without the no-show 28 mil endorsement with the now bankrupt Aspiration Company. That situation is pretty crazy. Kawhi basically taking free money under the table. Like, Kawhi thinks he's LeBron, basically. Bruh, you're not him. Put your ego down, get healthy, and play the frickin' game. Yo, what up, everybody? It's your host, Alex Burleson, back for another episode of the Seventh Man Up podcast. Let's get right into it. All right. One guy that seems to come up all the time in the NBA media right now is Michael Beasley. Dude thinks he's all that when he really wasn't. You've got streaky shooters, and then you got Michael Beasley. He was a streaky player. He'd have a couple games where he's getting like 30 plus points and then go like 2 weeks of only averaging like 5 points a game. Like, his career was kind of a waste considering the potential he had coming out of college. Speaking of that, the college he went to was Kansas. Kansas is a great basketball school, but for producing pros, let's be honest, not the best school for that. Let me give you some examples. Ben McLemore and Thomas Robinson. Yeah, I know. Former Sacramento Kings, but as they went to Kansas, their play didn't really translate to the pros like it should have. So much so that Thomas Robinson was traded halfway through his rookie year. And B-Mac, dude's now in prison. Okay. B-Mac did that one to himself. Can't blame prison on where he went to school. All right, moving on. Adam Silver, bro. Are you even a fan of basketball or just in this for the money? I'd like to think both, but one is showing more than the other right now. And that's the money. Bro, like, you care more about the green than the leather. Basically, what he's saying is for fans who can't afford streaming platforms, they can watch highlights for free on YouTube and the NBA app. Don't get me wrong, those are great plugs, but yo, Adam, fans want to see how it all unfolds. Did you ever think of that? I guess not. Man, pains me to talk about this guy, but I feel with his legacy, we got to. Phil Jackson just celebrated his 80th birthday. Dang, he is one of the most celebrated coaches in the NBA history with 11 rings. 6 with the Bulls and 5 with the Fakers. Oh, I mean the Lakers. I do believe he really knew how to get the best out of his players. Like any other coach, I don't think Michael Jordan would have been the player that he was 91 and on, and same for Kobe too in his career. All right, let's be real. It was I. I was the reason Jordan started to win as I was born in 91. Guys, it was all me, not Phil Jackson. I'm just playing. But Phil Jackson was a great coach, so happy belated birthday to Phil Jackson. Some exciting news here. The NBA is starting a Europe League that's launching in 2027. So when I saw that, like right off the bat, I'm thinking, are college players going to get drafted by those teams if they're part of the NBA as a whole? Like, can you imagine the culture shock of a kid drafted out of, say, Kentucky and then picked by a team out in Spain? Talk about crazy right there, bro. But I don't think it'll work, but it'll be interesting once it comes to the scene. All right, some My Team content. Former Sacramento King Trey Lyles is out of the NBA, taking his skills to Real Madrid. Not fake Madrid. Real Madrid. Oh, man. Trey Lyles, what to say about the dude? He had his stint in Sacramento and played well. One thing I got to say about Trey Lyles, it seemed that every year he was always injured to start the year. Like he never started the season healthy. It was always like something with his arm, or last season, a calf injury that kept him out like a month basically. Man, but just about everyone from the Beam Team year is gone, except for Sabonis, Monk, and Murray. We can't look back on that all the time. Like, it was fun, but we're in the new right now. Continuing with players from the Beam Team, I'm just going to say it. Kings got to stop toying with TD, Terrence Davis. Like, they had him, released him, signed him again, all for what? To not play him? Like, bro, Terrence Davis is a good player. I guess the Kings needed a new John Salmons. Now, you're a real Kings fan if you get that. I'm going to talk about Keegan Murray right now. So, I do got to bring up how Keegan Murray was basically invisible during our playoff series against the Warriors. If he looked anything like he did during the regular season, that series maybe looks different. We're maybe heading into the second round. Keegan Murray needs his redemption. Like, I know there's low expectations for the Kings this upcoming season, but we got to at least try to make the play-in this season. All right, you want me to hit you with something crazy right here? I'm going to hit you with a hot take right here. Sacramento Kings should slowly start dumping DeRozan, Levine, and Sabonis and build around Keegan Murray. I love his game, and he reminds me of a healthy Kawhi Leonard, but without the no-show $28 million endorsement with the now bankrupt Aspiration Company. That situation is pretty crazy. Kawhi basically taking free money under the table. Like, Kawhi thinks he's LeBron, basically. Bruh, you're not him. Put your ego down, get healthy, and play the frickin' game. Makes me sick seeing dudes that come from humbled beginnings and then pride and arrogance come in all because they earned the contract, got the endorsement deal, and so forth. Whew. One superstar I see that hasn't had all the fame and success go to his head is Giannis Antetokounmpo. Now, he's a real one. All right, let me simmer down a bit. All right, this is my biblical encouragement for you guys in this episode. Don't cheat yourself. If you cheat yourself, you won't be able to treat yourself. Take it like this. You're working hard in the gym, getting those gains. Proper form will allow for max growth because you hit the full potential of that lift. Now, one person who cheated himself and didn't reap the benefits was Moses when he wasn't able to see the promised land. Yes, he did what he did for the benefit of God's people, but took the easy way. Doing things God's way might be harder, but the benefits are so much better. You hear it all the time. You reap what you sow. All right, guys, that was the pod for today. Thanks for tuning in. And as always, stay up with them threes up. Love, joy, and peace. See ya.